Live from KSAT 12. Good Morning San Antonio starts right now.
Hi, good morning. Happy Tuesday. It's November 22nd.
It's still wet, chilly outside. I contend that Stephanie's right shoulder is much warmer than her left.
I think you're correct. Except when I put the jacket on.
Especially this morning. It looks like we're not quite done with the rain yet. Justin joins us now.
No, not yet. We've still got a few showers out there. Now, it's not going to be as rainy as it was yesterday, but we're still going to see some of those periods where we see some light rain coming down. The roads are still wet, and it is still chilly. I'll tell you, though, temperatures moderate a little bit today. We may actually see some 50s on the map for the first time in a long time. Let's get right to the radar and show you where the rain is. You see kind of some lines of rain working their way through. Nothing that's very heavy, although we do see some more moderate rain in northeastern parts of Medina County. We'll zoom in a little bit closer there. That's closing in on Medina Lake and Lake Hills. You may see a brief downpour. Otherwise, it's mostly just light rain here around San Antonio, seeing a few showers moving in around the Lackland area, and then back down towards Somerset, and a few showers on the far east side over towards Atkins this morning. We're going to keep in about a 30% chance of rain as we head throughout the rest of today. Still some low-hanging clouds. These clouds are not going anywhere, so it's still going to be great today, too. But as I mentioned, temperatures try to moderate some. Cloudy, by the way, all the way through Friday morning. That's when we finally get these things to clear out. And what about Thanksgiving? Well, we're expecting scattered rain and maybe a storm or two. That is in the forecast. Right now, 48 degrees. Dew point is at 46. Easterly winds at 5. KSAT 12-hour forecast. As I mentioned, 30% chance of rain, 50 by noontime. We're up into the mid-50s this afternoon. Rain chances start to come down some. And then by 6, 7 o'clock this evening, low 50s. So cool, but not as cold. As I mentioned, the Thanksgiving forecast finally coming into focus, and the weekend forecast, you're going to love it. We'll get to that in just a bit. Let's get over to Stephen now. The roads are still wet out there, Stephen. Yeah. Any issues?
We actually have issues to talk about here, Justin, but TransGuide not showing us anything there at Tennant Crossroads. Let's get a wider look, show you what you can expect for this drive. If you're still at home and maybe plan to hit the roads, just be on the lookout. Although we are seeing some quiet roadways there at 35 at Benz Engelman, we do have issues to talk about here along 35 southbound at Loop 1604. Now, TxDOT right now has reported 2 incidents in 2 separate areas, but both 35 southbound at Loop 1604. This is the first one that came in, but we take a jump. That's near Von Ormy. Over here now to Live Oak, we have another crash off I-35 southbound at Loop 1604. Now, I'm not catching anything on the TransGuide cameras, but it is something that I'm going to have to give our friends at TransGuide a call about because, again, when we have 2 different incidents in the same similar location, it's pretty tricky to find out exactly what the conditions look like out there. So we'll give them a call in just a moment. But right now, wide look at the map just pretty much shows slowdowns if you're coming in from 281 from Bulverde, as well as a slight slowdown on 1604 as you approach I-10. But other than that, TransGuide cameras have been quiet. They've been nice with empty roads all day long. So hopefully that will remain the case. But we're going to continue to watch roads closely and have updates on those incidents along I-35 in the next few minutes. Mark?
Stephen, thank you. In your morning headlines, we get to meet one of the heroes of the Colorado nightclub shooting and a reality TV couple smacked with a harsh dose of reality.
Plus history at Brown University and the tallest Christmas tree in the world. David Sears is here to explain all these stories.
Morning.
Good morning.
Justin couldn't even reach the top of this Christmas tree.
Really? That's
6 foot. No, it's tall. Very tall. We'll have that for you in just a second. But first, let's start with this. A special person revealed out of a devastating time. A true hero. And we got to meet the one who saved lives over the weekend during that shooting at the nightclub in Colorado. He is Richard Fierro, a retired Army major. He was at the club with his family when the shooting began. Without hesitation, he assessed the situation and took action. He describes how he rushed the shooter, then used one of the shooter's own weapons against him, and what he told that shooter as he was taking him down.
I saw the ACU pattern flak vest. And for me, that was like, there's a handle, I'm getting him. So I ran across the room, grabbed the handle, pulled him down. You tried to kill my friends. My family was in there. My little girl was in there.
Fierro's daughter's longtime boyfriend was killed. Fierro was emotional, obviously, when it came to recalling the 5 that were killed, but he will be remembered for the countless lives that he saved. Prison will now be the reality for Todd and Julie Grizzly. They used to have the reality show Chrisley Knows Best. Now they will really be locked up for a combined 19 years. The 2 were convicted of fraud back in June. They faked bank statements, audits, financial statements, collected millions. They use the money to enjoy fine clothes, real estate, travel, and luxury cars. They try to keep the IRS from collecting delinquent taxes. Todd got 12 years. Julie got 7. Their accountant, Peter Tarantino, also found guilty.
While earning millions of dollars from a television show, Todd and Julie Chrisley, along with their accountant, Peter Tarantino, conspired to defraud the Internal Revenue Service to evade collection of delinquent taxes owed by Todd Chrisley.
When you lie, cheat, and steal, justice is blind to your fame, fortune, and position.
We have yet to hear from any of the 3 or their representatives. Another milestone for women. Meet Olivia Picardo. She is now a member of the Brown University baseball team as a freshman. She is the first female to be on the active roster of an NCAA Division I baseball varsity roster. Olivia has been playing ball since she was 5. She started with the Forest Hills Little League in Queens, New York. She played ball in middle school, then was on the high school women's national baseball team.
I think that it's really cool that we're having more and more female baseball players at the collegiate level.
I think that drive for her to excel, that drive for her to be successful is something that I think she's got in her core.
She made the 31-person roster for the spring team there at Brown. And finally, talk about your tall Christmas tree. This one is in Germany. Doesn't look that tall until you realize that it's that tall. The tree stands 147 feet, decorated with 48,000 lights. The angel at the top of the tree, 13 feet tall, and it took 4 weeks to decorate. Justin would need a ladder.
But just barely.
That tree is just a little.
Just barely.
That's how tall that tree is. I guess you got to get one of those cranes or one of those cherry pickers.
Oh, you'd have to. One heck of a cherry picker over there in Dortmund, Germany.
Yeah.
All right, David, thank you.
All right.
Beautiful, though.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of the holidays, Santa and Mrs. Claus are back with more glitter and holiday magic for the 41st annual Fort Holiday River Parade coming up on Friday.
Tiffany Huertas joins us live with a sneak peek of what the 1-hour parade along the Riverwalk will offer this year. Good morning.
Morning.
Good morning. You know, the holiday isn't complete without Frosty the Snowman, but Frosty the Snowman is thinking of warmer weather thoughts. This is the San Antonio Zoo's barge, and they're going with an Australia beach Christmas theme. To talk a little bit more about the different floats that you're going to see this year, we have Maggie Thompson here. Good morning, Maggie. Hi. Happy holidays. Talk to us about the different barges and the decorations, the lights, everything.
Oh, sure. So this year our theme is tastes and traditions around the world. And this parade is a wonderful tradition. It's our 41st year. It's when we turn on the lights. We have 27 individually themed floats that reflect that theme.
And who's participating this year?
Oh, we have, as you talked about, the zoo, we have Sea Life, we have Sharky, who's their mascot. We have all the mascots from the Landry's restaurant. So we have lots of fun activities on the float.
So what time does this start, and what does the parade route look like?
So it starts at 6 p.m. at the Tobin, but it doesn't reach the Arnis until 7. We have a live broadcast, and then it reaches the rest later on. So we have a map that shows all the times.
And we're already seeing the chairs lined up outside.
Are you seeing them? Yeah, we're getting ready.
What are you most excited about this year?
Oh, I'm most excited about maybe our Grand Marshal.
And I feel like someone's watching us
right
now.
You do?
Yeah.
Oh, I do too.
There's someone back there.
Oh, there is.
Is he participating this year?
He sure is. That's our Grand Marshal. I think he might be in a good mood. He's in a great mood, so his heart's growing. So the Grinch is going to be our Grand Marshal, and he'll be performing at the Majestic the week following the parade.
That's amazing, and I feel like the kiddos are going to love this year. Who doesn't love the Grinch? Who doesn't? And I think the Grinch loves us here on GMSA at 9. Well, we're so excited. Thank you for sharing all of this. We're going to have all the details on KSAT.com and on the noon show. We'll send it back to you.
It's joyful and triumphant.
Yes.
Right, Tiffany, thank you.
Gave us a little heart.
9:07, 48 degrees, still ahead on GMSA at 9.
We are featuring our next Educator of the Month. She is a principal at a Northside ISD elementary school, and she is credited with opening a brand new school during the pandemic. I'll share her story in the next half hour. Plus,
if you've been on Houston Street recently, you've noticed 2 new pop-up stores, and in just a bit, we're going to explain how you can get a hands-on experience just in time for the holiday season.
Don't forget, we're still raising money for cancer research, taking part in No Shave November. Just over a week to go. If you scan this QR code, it'll take you to our webpage where you can find a link to donate. Last year, Team KSAT raised over 20 grand thanks to generous donations from everyone in our community. We're hoping to beat that this year. Please donate if you can. It's all for a great cause. We'll be right back. What did I say this morning? Like 33 days till Christmas?
Was that correct?
I think so.
I didn't
yeah.
check you on it.
You
I
don't
believe
have
you.
to.
I believe
I'm
you.
fairly accurate.
Okay.
Some changes coming to downtown San Antonio just in time for the holiday season.
Max Massey joins us live on Houston Street. And Max, what are you making over there?
Good morning, guys. We are joined here with Melina. So, Melina, we're making a vase this morning.
I'm working on my storefront here with Centro San Antonio. I'm working on the products that I'm currently stocking with. I'm a potter here in San Antonio. My name is Agave Muerto Clay. I'm here with 7 other vendors downtown in the Centro space on 122 East Houston Street. Right now, I'm just kind of working on my morning routine. Yeah.
Well, we don't want to interrupt the morning routine, but this is so exciting because, you know, Centro hosting this, and you're one of 7 businesses here. Why is this so important for you and your small business?
It's important because it's kind of a trial run for our small businesses. All 7 of us are small businesses here in San Antonio. So it's a good trial run to see if we can do a retail space and turn our businesses into brick and mortar. So it's about the retail space, it's about the exposure, it's about the networking. It's a lot of opportunities that are given to us by Centro.
So many opportunities. And guys, take a look around. This is just one of the vases. You say you make 80 a day?
I try. Yes, that's the goal.
And I mean, look around, guys. This is just one of so many amazing pieces, and obviously one of 7 different small businesses, not only in this storefront, but in the one next door. It is colorful. There is so much to look at. Interwoven Collective over there. I mean, it's so cool. And so how has the experience been so far? You guys opened earlier this month.
We did.
Seen a lot of people?
Yes, there has been a good amount of traffic. It's been a really great experience. Of course, there's slow days, but that's with every business. But our grand opening was a huge success. It was a great party. We've just had a lot of good time down here. Yeah, it's been good.
Melina, thank you so much. And guys, far from done. We're going to talk to other small businesses, and coming up in the news at noon, we're going to explain how Centro not only helping small businesses, but helping those less fortunate this holiday season. So we'll see you guys at noon.
Thank you, Max.
Thanks, Max. Looking out there with live cam, still a chilly 48 degrees out there. Yeah, but at least I guess we're going to hit the 50s.
It was 41 yesterday at this time.
Yeah, so this is better.
This is improvement.
Yeah. Small progress.
Slow progress.
Yes.
Very slow. I do think we get into the 50s today. And one thing I was noticing, I went back, because you know I'm a stats guy. I went to go back and look at the stats.
Wait, you're a stats guy? Had no idea.
Totally. Love the numbers. Love the numbers.
Yeah.
I found this stat. I thought this was interesting. So, if we get measurable rainfall today, which it looks like we probably should, we'll have 4 consecutive calendar days of measurable rainfall for the first time this year. And I think that's kind of a sign of how dry it's been. Kind of interesting to see that. Granted, on the 20th, we only got 1/100th of an inch. But anyway, digging through the numbers, that's what we found this morning. And as we look at the radar right now, we are starting to see a few showers work their way into San Antonio. So that looks like it should be measured if this holds together as it moves towards the airport. And we've seen a few showers off and on this morning. Most of it's been pretty light. But this sort of line of showers works its way through, and we'll probably see a few more today before it's all said and done. So let's look a little closer at where the rain is right now. If you're watching us from out in Alamo Ranch, some rain falling there around SeaWorld, also along 64 and Helotes. Rain there. Palo Alto College, you just had a shower pass by. You got another one right on your doorstep. Same for Mitchell Lake. And then these showers will work their way across the city of San Antonio, working up to the north and east. And this line, by the way, extends down there towards Pleasanton. So places in Atascosa County getting a little bit of rain. And there are some downpours, brief downpours mixed in there as this all works north and east. Forestville, Poth, Falls City, you'll get a little bit of rain out of this too. So we're kind of spreading the wealth. It's great to see rain on the radar, although I think a lot of people are ready to see some sun. It's going to take until probably Friday afternoon for that to happen. The weekend, though, looks great. There's the scene right now. 48 degrees and cloudy. Easterly winds at 5 miles per hour. In the KSAT 12-hour forecast, just a 30% chance of rain today. Temperatures do eventually make their way into the 50s. We think mid-50s this afternoon by 4 o'clock. 20% chance of rain, 54, 53 at 5 o'clock. And then temperatures hold pretty steady overnight tonight. It's not going to get overly cold. So here's the big picture, and you can see a lot of rain out in the Gulf of Mexico with just some light showers. We're still getting some overrunning here around South Texas. Still a lot of clouds, although there are some breaks as you get north up towards San Angelo, North Texas, seeing quite a bit of sun. Our next storm system now starting to take shape. We're starting to see the first effects of this storm from Seattle down to Portland. And now we're starting to get some data feeding into the computer models, and they've got a better handle on this. And I think we've got the timing kind of worked out a little bit better when it comes to this storm. So let's fast forward to Wednesday morning. We're still seeing some clouds. Wednesday afternoon, maybe a couple showers. I think tomorrow's fairly quiet, and we can't rule out a couple showers on the radar, but it won't be overly active. It's not until Thursday that we start to see more showers come into play, maybe even a few thunderstorms. So this is 7 a.m. Thanksgiving morning. We've got a 40% chance of rain. It'll be mostly cloudy. That's the case really throughout the day. Even around 5 o'clock, we'll see some showers and maybe a rumble of thunder. Now, I will point out, if you're west of San Antonio, you may see some clearing on Thanksgiving. Skies will clear. It'll be a little bit warmer out west. The best chance of rain is going to be along I-35 and east. Then as we get into Friday, the bulk of the upper level system starts to move in. We've still got some rain showers, I think, Friday morning. And then by Friday afternoon, we start to see some clearing, and that's when it turns windy. This storm system will produce a little bit of snow up across parts of the Texas Panhandle, by the way, before it moves out. Then we get to the weekend. This is the payoff here. 67 Saturday, 72 Sunday, sunny skies both days. It'll be a little windy on Saturday, but boy, that looks nice. So here it's all laid out in your 7-day forecast. 60 on Wednesday, 68 Thursday, mostly cloudy with that 40% chance of rain, and then a 30% chance mainly Friday morning, and then turning windy. We showed you the weekend forecast. Looks great. Even going into next week, looks nice. The sun comes back.
Yeah, I like that the turkey's going for a walk.
He's getting his exercise in,
yeah.
Which we'll all need to do after our meal on Thursday.
Brisk walk.
Yes.
Thank you, Justin.
You got it.
918, 48 degrees.
And there's a new ALS treatment that will soon be available, but some are concerned about the cost of it. How one local man is pushing to make the treatment more affordable.
Welcome back, 921. A new treatment for ALS is set to become available to patients this month, which is a huge deal for the ALS community.
But a big drawback is the cost. As Courtney Friedman reports, a local ALS patient is advocating to make the treatments more affordable.
Juan Reyes worked hard in the U.S. Air Force, and for the past 7 years, he's worked even harder to battle ALS while advocating for new treatments.
Really what got it over the finish line was the ALS community.
And 2 months ago, the FDA finally approved the third ever treatment for ALS, a terminal disease that affects voluntary muscle movement like chewing, walking, and talking.
Riluzole and Radicava are the two current treatments for ALS. They extend life by a certain number of months. Relyvrio does the same exact thing. So the goal is to use as many of these treatments together as possible to extend life by as many months as possible.
So extending your life by months is exponentially meaningful.
But there's a caveat to the new drug, the cost. Without insurance, Riluzole costs around $20,000 to $25,000 annually. Radicava, $146,000, and Relyvrio, $158,000. Medicare covers 80% of the cost, so an ALS patient taking all three would pay close to $5,500 per month or $66,000 per year.
Unfortunately, they're having to choose between, do I pay for this medication or do I use my money to pay for a caregiver to come in my home?
Steve Morse with the ALS Association of Texas says the company making the drug is currently working with foundations and the government to lower costs. As a veteran, Juan gets these treatments at no cost through the VA and will start Relyvrio this month.
Juan is in the queue. He hasn't started it yet.
Juan and his wife and caregiver Meg believe the treatments are working and are fighting now to make them more affordable for everyone else.
We cherish every moment that we can have with our loved ones.
Courtney Friedman, KSAT 12 News.
923, 48 degrees.
It's a lot more ahead on GMSA at 9.
Including a look at ahead of what will likely be a busy holiday shopping weekend, what you can expect, plus how shopping centers and business owners are preparing.
And still to come, our next Educator of the Month. After the break, I'm going to introduce you to the principal of Warrenley Elementary and why those who know her say this honor is much deserved. Let's look out there with live cam. Still in the 40s, so a little chilly, 48 degrees, but not as cold as yesterday. We'll take that, Justin.
Not as cold. You know, last night I took the family to Travis Park to do the ice skating.
Yeah.
It's beautiful scene. It was chilly, yes, but it kind of felt like Christmas. Felt a little bit like we were in the season. I want to show you a picture on KSAT Connect that kind of goes that. That kind of puts you in a wintry mood, doesn't it? This is coming out of Kerrville. This is Iris with her jammies on, enjoying the fire, staying warm. Nice work, Iris. Beautiful shot. We appreciate it. Thanks for sitting in those photos. There's a look at the radar, and we showed you earlier. We had some showers down there moving through Pleasanton. Still got area of rain working its way through San Antonio. Kind of a line of light showers right now moving through Leon Valley, the SeaWorld area up towards Helotes. This will eventually make its way into downtown here in about 10 minutes or so. So expect a quick downpour as this moves through. And what we can do, now granted this is just a shower, but we can put timing on this so you can time it out. It's moving 25 miles per hour or so, and that gives you an idea of when this rain might arrive to where you are. Memorial High School, 9:29. Gray Forest, about 9:32. Burbank High School, about 9:34. As this line of rain works its way through San Antonio. Right now, we've got some low-hanging clouds, a little bit of fog and mist out there, 48 degrees at the airport, easterly winds at about 5 miles per hour. As we talked about earlier, the Thanksgiving forecast now really coming into focus, and we've got some rain chances to talk about. We'll have more on that in just a few minutes.
Thank you very much, Justin. With RSV and flu cases beginning early among children, hospitals are struggling to keep beds open for severe cases.
The latest state data shows there are just 42 available pediatric ICU beds in the entire state. In the San Antonio region, which stretches to the border, there are only 9.
Garrett Berger explains what's behind the low number of beds available.
On Friday afternoon, Natalie Torres brought her 2-month-old daughter, Kalani, to University Hospital.
That's when I started noticing she was trying to gasp for air, she didn't want, she just kept throwing up and everything.
It was a case of rhinovirus at fault. By around 3 p.m. that day, they knew she had to be admitted. But it wasn't until after 1 in the morning that they had a room for her.
We had to wait we had to wait for discharged people because there wasn't enough rooms.
The chief medical officer for University Health says flu and RSV, a respiratory infection that hits young children particularly hard, were a significant cause of the tight situation in the hospital's pediatric ICU.
It's mostly a compromised respiratory function. They have a hard time breathing.
Flu-like illness, which include both RSV and rhinovirus, is a much larger share of healthcare visits right now than in recent years.
This is by far the earliest season on record for us.
One issue at play may be backlash from pandemic precautions. Social distancing and masks work against more than COVID. But now, people generally aren't taking those measures, and the light flu seasons we saw the previous 2 years is not happening this year.
So it is fair to believe that there is less immunity in the population.
At University Health, Dr. Alsip recommends basic precautions like hand washing and flu shots, and having a mask on hand for crowded settings. While Natalie Torres, whose daughter was released shortly after we spoke with her, says parents should take care to keep sick people away from their young ones.
Keep yourself limited to exposure to people that you know that could actually get your kids sick and all that.
Garrett Berger, KSAT 12 News.
In other news, the parents of one of the Robb Elementary School shooting victims wants their daughter to be remembered by the motto, "Dream big, love bigger." Looking at the mural painted of McKenna Elrod Seiler in downtown Uvalde, you can see her love of animals reflected around her. McKenna's parents say she wanted nothing more than to show steers in the county 4-H, which is why they are partnering with them to create a scholarship in their daughter's name.
We're just trying to give back, to a student here in our community, a future that McKenna didn't get to have.
I hope this helps someone that is struggling to get there, and she would too.
And right now they have raised about $2,000 for her scholarship. To get it endowed, it needs to reach $25,000. On our website right now we have a link where you can read more about McKenna and donate directly so the McKenna Lee Elrod Seiler Scholarship can keep going every year after year.
This morning, Judson ISD is under new leadership. The Board of Trustees unanimously accepted a resignation agreement for Superintendent Dr. Jeanette Ball Monday night. The announcement caught many by surprise, and many have questions when it comes about what led to the resignation. Dr. Ball took the position back in 2018. Her contract was supposed to go through January of 2025. Now the accepted agreement will pay her $140,000. The board president had this to say when we asked about the resignation.
There's really not much I can say about it. This is a personnel matter. I can't say it. Yeah, it's a personnel matter, and I can't comment on any of that. I can't comment on that.
Deputy Superintendent Dr. Robert Fields will now operate as the interim super for the time being. Although the resignation agreement was accepted in yesterday's meeting, the district put out a statement saying it's not completely finalized just yet.
Educator of the Month, brought to you by First Mark Credit Union.
Every month during the school year, KSAT works to recognize local educators for going above and beyond. This time around, the Educator of the Month recipient is a principal. This principal is credited with opening a brand new elementary school during a pandemic. We introduce you to Wernley Elementary School Principal Lori Shaw.
Wernley Elementary School Principal Lori Shaw is the first principal to be recognized as KSAT's Educator of the Month. And because she oversees everything that goes on at her campus, we needed a little help from her team and her boss.
When she walked in and saw the newscast in here, she was like, "What's going on?" And I said, "I don't know, you tell me what's going on." So we were so excited to surprise her, and well deserved.
Also a first for Lori Shaw, opening a brand new elementary school in the middle of a pandemic.
We never met in person before. We didn't get to interview in person. We never got to come together as a group. And so when we finally got to come together in this beautiful school, what an amazing experience it was.
I didn't do all this on my own, and it makes me really emotional to talk about it because without good people, this could have never happened.
Wernley Elementary is now in its third year.
This is the first full year that everyone is back in school. And so it's a wonderful feeling. It's a buzz all day long, having 776 kids roaming around and all these teachers. But it's a really wonderful place to learn and to work.
Mariah. Principal Shaw greets all 776 students by name and their parents. And the students notice.
She's special because every time in the morning I see her walk, I see her in the front of the school greeting everybody, and it's really cool that she knows everybody's name.
Another reason why teachers say Lori is so deserving of being recognized.
And she will do whatever she needs to do to help facilitate all of us being successful. But if you ask her, she says, "I'm just doing my job." Like, she doesn't see how amazing she is and what an incredible leader she is and how much everybody loves her.
Congratulations.
Yes, congrats. It was so exciting to be there. All the kids were excited for her too. And again, if you'd like to nominate an educator for Educator of the Month, just go over to our website at ksat.com/educator.
And you said this is an NISD school, but it's about as far west as you can get, right?
Yes, it's about 30 minutes just from here. It's like Highway 90 past 1604. So I was like, where are we going?
Practically Castroville.
Yes, practically, but a very, very nice school, and everybody there is really nice to work with as well.
The kids look like they were having a good time. And again, congratulations. 9:35, 48 degrees. You're watching GMSA at 9.
If you're planning on doing some holiday shopping this weekend, expect stores to be busy. How some shopping centers and business owners are preparing for an influx of shoppers after Thanksgiving.
That's right. Our Share the Shoes campaign is underway, benefiting Zapatos. They work with schools to help kids get the shoes they need. Donations are being accepted through December 16th.
You can drop them off at any of the San Antonio Police Department substations. New socks are also being accepted, so you can find more information on the KSAT community page on our website at ksat.com. We'll be right back.
Holiday shopping season ramping up as malls and stores gear up for large crowds between Black Friday and Cyber Monday.
National Retail Federal predicts this could be the busiest holiday shopping season that they've ever recorded since it started tracking in 2017. That's despite historic inflation and looming recession fears.
In today's Consumer Watch, Jen Sullivan takes a look at how shopping centers and business owners are gearing up for this weekend and what you can expect.
Holiday
each year reaching historic levels. According to the National Retail Federation, an estimated 166.3 million people are planning to shop from Thanksgiving Day through Cyber Monday. That's almost 8 million more than last year.
Today's shopper is very savvy when it comes to shopping around and finding what works best for them.
South Coast Plaza in Orange County, California is ready. The shopping center expects to break records this year in terms of foot traffic and spending. Executive Director of Marketing Deborah Gunn Downing says that's despite inflation, growing recession fears, and soaring interest rates on credit cards.
We're seeing people overcoming that because they want to do something special this season. We're forecasting a really strong finish to the year, so we will achieve over $2 billion in sales this year, a record.
The NRF says some Americans will likely cut back on other things. They're being more strategic when it comes to hunting for deals and comparing prices, but they still want to get into the holiday spirit after missing out during the pandemic.
They may be dipping into some savings. We know that some households were able to build up a fair amount of savings during the pandemic or through some of the stimulus programs that were in place.
Meanwhile, small business owners like Allison Ash say this is a critical weekend for her store, The Wrapper, and says shoppers are buying early and still shopping local.
Even if there's a recession, people want to make it happy and they want to do whatever they can to, make sure their family has a good time.
For today's Consumer Watch, I'm Jen Sullivan.
9:41. People have already started to head out for the holiday this week.
Yeah, on the roads already.
Yeah, and we've had rain across Texas, so it's made travel a little difficult in spots, and I think we'll continue to see some of that next few days. So let's check the travel forecast today. If you're heading up I-35 to Dallas, all looks pretty good. You really kind of drive out of the rain if you're headed north. Houston, there's going to be at least some isolated scattered showers there. Temperatures still in the 50s in Houston. Brownsville, better chance of rain. That's the case for Corpus Christi on I-37 as well. And if you're heading west on I-10, you head into partly cloudy skies. So really not a bad travel day, and there aren't a whole lot of delays across the country when it comes to flights and things like that. So that's a good thing. As we go outside, it's still cloudy, still misty, still drizzly. We've still got some showers out there too. 48 degrees at the airport, 49 Stinson, 48 Kelly, 47 at Randolph, and a very light easterly wind. Looking at temperatures, 46 in Rock Springs, 48 Del Rio, 47 Gonzales, 49 Pleasanton. Everyone's still dealing with the cloud cover at this point. 49 Comfort. We do see a few 50s trying to show up. Castroville checking in at 52 right now. You will see more 50s on the map today than we've seen in a while. It's been a chilly stretch. Here's the live radar, and I mentioned that kind of broken line of showers. It is making its way through San Antonio as we speak. And it's producing just some light rain. It's made for some wet roads here and there. And we'll zoom in a little bit closer. Now working its way towards the airport. So remember, I mentioned if we got some measurable rain today, that would make 4 consecutive calendar days of measurable rain for the first time this year. It's looking that way. Rain's moving right towards the airport, a little area of moderate rain right along 410 there, closing in on 281. Chavano Park, Leon Valley, you're seeing some rain up and down I-10 Medical Center. You've seen a little bit of rain. And then south towards Kirby, you've got a few showers working in. And then right around downtown, we're seeing a light shower work its way through. And I think that we'll continue to see a few showers through the lunch hour before rain chances fall off a little bit more this afternoon. So 50 degrees at noontime. We're up into the mid-50s later today. 20% chance of rain. Cloudy skies still, and that's the case tonight. 52 at 7 p.m. And really temperatures will hold steady tonight in the low 50s. Here's a look at the water vapor. And the reason I show you this is you can kind of get a good idea of the moisture surging. And we had quite a bit of it yesterday. That bulk of that moisture is kind of working east now. So yes, there are still some chances of showers, but they'll be fewer and far between today. Then as we look north, this is the storm system that will affect us on Thanksgiving. It's producing a lot of rain and very heavy snow in the Cascades and there across parts of the Pacific Northwest. So the FUTURECAST shows this system dives towards the middle part of the country and then it will dive south as we get into Thursday. As far as Wednesday is concerned, maybe just a shower or two tomorrow, still cloudy, kind of status quo, although it does get a little bit warmer tomorrow. Then as we get into Thursday, we'll start to see some scattered showers and storms as early as Thanksgiving morning. Right now, we're going to put in a 40% chance. It'll be mostly cloudy. Cloudy through the day. If we're going to see any clearing, it's going to be late in the day on Thursday. San Antonio will be right on that clearing line. If you're west of San Antonio, the sun does show up by at the Thanksgiving afternoon or Thanksgiving evening. Still seeing a chance of a few showers, maybe a storm Thursday afternoon. And then as we get into Friday, as the upper level energy moves in, even though a front will have passed us by, we still have the chance for a few showers, and that will be Friday morning. And once that goes, so we'll see things clear out pretty rapidly by Friday afternoon. Sun's back out. It'll be windy and cooler, though, on Friday. And then the system moves away, and we get plenty of clearing over the weekend. So rain chances look like this. 30% chance, mainly early today. 28% chance Wednesday. 40% chance Thursday. And then a brief window Friday morning. The extended forecast, you go 60 Wednesday, 68 Thursday. It does cool down behind the front, so 59 Friday and windy, 67 and windy on Saturday. Sunday may be the best day out of this entire 7-day forecast. 72, sunny, after starting off at 44 in the morning.
I like the improvement.
It'll be much nicer by the weekend.
Yes.
Yeah.
A break from the cold.
A break from the cold, yeah.
Thank you, Justin. Let's take a look at some morning sports. That was the scene at Smoke Barbecue and Sky Bar downtown yesterday as the Crocketeers, who cheer on San Antonio FC, gather for a watch party to watch USA take on Wales in their opening match of the World Cup. Team USA took on Wales yesterday in their first round matchup. Americans struck first in the 36th minute. It was 1-0 USA at the half, but Wales answered in the 82nd minute on a penalty kick. The Americans settled for a 1-1 draw. Next, they play England Friday at 1 p.m. Two games already played this morning. A shocker. Saudi Arabia stuns Argentina 2-1 in one of the biggest World Cup upsets ever. Denmark and Tunisia in scoreless. Next game is Mexico versus Poland coming up in about 15 minutes or so, followed by France versus Australia at 1 o'clock this afternoon.
All right, time now 9:47 and 49 degrees for now. When we come back, a recap of the Dancing with the Stars finale last night and what's in store next for the show. And are you ready for some new Christmas music? You're going to hear from Lindsey Sterling and Alicia Keys about their new holiday albums after the break.
The snow is snowing, the wind is blowing, but I can weather the storm. What do I care how much it may storm?
Louis Armstrong's first official Christmas album is out now. Louis Wishes You a Cool Yule wraps up 10 of Satchmo's individual festive tunes into a single release. The album features his duet with Ella Fitzgerald and a previously unreleased recording of the holiday poem, A Visit from St. Nicholas. Lindsey Sterling's latest release, Snow Waltz, finds the dancer-violinist mixing her renditions of Christmas classics with original songs and features duets with Bonnie McKee and David Archuleta.
I feel like this album is actually a little bit more me than my last Christmas album. I just really leaned into that kind of whimsical, energetic style that I love so much and brought it into Christmas.
Charlie and Mark! TikTok star Charlie D'Amelio and her partner Mark Ballas are the new champions of Dancing with the Stars. Do you feel like a champion?
I don't even know how I feel right now. I'm just, oh my goodness. It's really everyone that voted, and that means that the dances, you know, they made people feel something.
This is Mark's third time winning.
I just felt like we were locked in tonight.
Like Charlie and Mark, Bachelorette star Gabby Windy and Val Schmerkovsky also got perfect scores from the judges for their two dances, ending the season in second place.
I was always just so grateful to be here and so excited to step foot on this floor each and every time, and I'm so glad the allure never wore off.
If you end on such a high note and get validated by the judges, there's nothing we can do that, you know, everything else is out of our hands.
Entertainer Wayne Brady and partner Whitney Carson got third place. Shangela and Gleb Sevchenko took fourth.
I looked in the mirror and I was like, oh my God, looks so hot.
Look what I've done.
For their freestyle number, Gleb was transformed into a drag queen to honor his partner. Shangela leaves this competition feeling personal victory.
I honestly feel like if I don't have a mirror ball in my hand, I definitely have one in my heart.
Cheryl Burke danced her last dance as a pro on the show, but with head judge Len Goodman leaving, you know there is a judge's seat open.
Absolutely. I don't call the shots.
But would you be open to it?
They know very well that I would be, yes, they do. It's not up to me, unfortunately, but I hope they want that. If not, that's okay. I'm so grateful for this experience, really.
Dancing with the Stars will be back for season 32 next fall. In Los Angeles, George Pinocchio for ABC News.
Of course, there is still time to donate for No Shave November fundraiser. Here's our look at our current donation status right now.
Wow.
Mike Osterhage at $2,000. I'm at $1,255. Stephen Cavazos, $1,200. Justin Hort jumps up to $1,106. David Sears now up to $1,075. And Max Massey at $1,025.
Congrats, guys.
Making a push.
And thank you to the viewers. Well, you know,
Yes, thank you.
I noticed these are our GMSA team at the top of the leaderboard.
That's right.
Yeah.
Are you calling out the Night Beat folks?
Well,
Is that what
no, the viewers. I'm giving a pat on the back to our morning
viewers are
GMSA
amazing.
viewers. Yes, all the donations. So all that money donated is going to a good cause as part of an ongoing effort to raise money that will go back toward cancer research, treatment, and prevention. So last year, Team KSAT raised over $20,000, and we hope to exceed that amount this year. So if you can scan that QR code on your screen right now, it will take you to our webpage where you can find the link to donate.
Yeah, I think we're over 13K as of today, and about 1 week to go, so we can do it.
Yes.
That's incredible. Thank you again so much for all who have donated. We truly appreciate it. Okay, one last look at the forecast here. We are closing in on 50 degrees, so temperatures are trying to warm some. We'll only make it into the mid-50s today, but it'll feel just a little warmer than yesterday. We still got a few showers out there. We're watching a few light showers on radar that are tracking through San Antonio. I think as we head towards the afternoon, you'll see a little bit less in the way of activity on the radar. And tomorrow should be fairly quiet other than cloudy skies. Thursday, though, rain does return to the forecast. We could see a thunderstorm or two on Thursday, but I don't think it's not going to be a washout. So it's not going to ruin your Thanksgiving plans. Just know there will be some rain around. Clears out eventually by Friday afternoon and the weekend. Perfect.
A rumble of thunder on Thanksgiving. That'll be different.
Yeah, that turkey trout's going to be interesting in the morning for the San Antonio Food Bank.
Could be.
Yeah, we'll come prepared. You guys have a great day.